In a world teetering on the edge of chaos, for teenagers from different corners of the globe were chosen by ancient forces to wield the powers of the elements. Their mission, to find a little girl who possessed the rare and precious power of hope, the key to restoring balance and peace. Aiden lived in the heart of New York City, surrounded by towering skyscrapers and bustling streets. With fiery red hair and a fearless demeanor, Aiden could control fire. His temper matched his power, but his heart burned with a desire to protect those he loved. Lila called Santorini, Greece, her home, where the endless blue sea met the sky. With her dark, wavy hair and sea-blue eyes, she could command water. Lila's calm and compassionate nature made her the soothing presence in the group, her powers flowing as gracefully as the waves. Kai was from the serene forests of Kyoto, Japan, where ancient trees whispered secrets of the earth. Tall and strong, with black hair and deep brown eyes, Kai had the ability to manipulate the ground beneath his feet. His quiet strength and wisdom made him the group's anchor. Zara hailed from the vast deserts of Marrakesh, Morocco, where the winds danced across the sands. Her curly hair and bright, inquisitive eyes reflected her adventurous spirit. Zara could control the air, and her light-hearted nature and boundless curiosity made her the group's breath of fresh air. The prophecy that united them spoke of a girl named Elara, whose power of hope could heal the world's wounds. But Elara was lost, hidden away by dark forces that sought to use her power for their own gain. The teens' journey began with an ancient map found in the ruins of Machu Picchu, Peru, which pointed them toward clues scattered across the globe. Their quest led them first to the icy expanses of Antarctica, where they faced brutal blizzards. Aiden's fire melted paths through the ice, while Lila used water to provide sustenance. Kai created shelters from the frozen ground, and Zara controlled the winds to shield them from the storm. In the dense jungles of the Amazon, they encountered wild animals and treacherous terrain. Lila communicated with the river to guide their way. Kai shifted the earth to clear their path. Aiden's fire provided light in the thick foliage, and Zara's wind scouted ahead. Their journey's final leg brought them to the ancient city of Petra, Jordan, where they found Elara held captive by a dark sorcerer. The sorcerer had constructed a labyrinth of illusions and deadly traps. The teens, using their elemental powers, overcame these challenges. Aiden burned through illusions, Kai crumbled traps, Lila healed their wounds, and Zara revealed hidden paths. In a fierce battle, the teens' unity and determination overwhelmed the sorcerer, freeing Elara. The little girl, with her golden hair and eyes sparkling with inner light, emanated hope. Her power filled the teens with renewed strength and purpose, dispelling the darkness that threatened to consume the world. With Elara safe, the balance began to restore. The teens returned to their homes, their bond stronger than ever. They knew their journey was just beginning, but with the power of hope on their side, they were ready to face any challenge. Together, they would protect the light, ensuring that hope would always prevail. Aiden stood on the rooftop of a skyscraper in New York City, the city that never slept. The sun was setting, casting the sky in hues of orange and red, mirroring the flames that danced at his fingertips. As he looked out over the sprawling metropolis, he felt a deep connection to the fire within him. The journey had changed him. He was no longer the reckless teen who let his temper dictate his actions. He had learned control, focus, and the power of unity. In his hand, he held a small ember, a symbol of the power he wielded and the light he now knew how to protect. Lila stood on the cliffs of Santorini, Greece, where the endless blue sea met the sky. The waves crashed gently against the rocks below, and the air was filled with the salty scent of the ocean. She raised her hand, and the water responded, swirling and dancing to her command. The sea had always been her sanctuary, but now it was also a reminder of the strength she had found within herself. The calmness she felt was more profound than ever, knowing that she had played a part in saving the world. The blue of the sea and sky reflected the peace in her heart, a peace she would carry with her always. In the serene forests of Kyoto, Japan, Kai walked among the ancient trees, their leaves rustling softly in the breeze. The earth beneath his feet was firm and steady, grounding him as it always had. He placed his hand on the trunk of a massive tree, feeling the deep roots that connected him to the world. Kai had always been quiet and introspective, but now he understood the true depth of his connection to the earth. It wasn't just about strength, it was about wisdom, patience, and the power to protect. The sunlight filtered through the leaves, casting a warm, dappled light on the forest floor, a symbol of the balance he had found within himself. Zara stood on a sand dune in the vast desert near Marrakesh, Morocco. The wind whipped around her, lifting the fine grains of sand into the air, and she laughed, feeling the freedom that the wind always brought her. The desert was her playground, a place of endless possibilities, and now, a place where she could reflect on the journey she had undertaken. The wind had taught her to be adaptable, to move with the currents of life rather than against them. As the sun set, casting a golden glow over the landscape, Zara felt at peace. The desert, with its ever-changing sands, was a reminder that life was a journey, and she was ready for whatever came next. It wasn't long before the four teens found themselves reunited in a peaceful meadow, a place where all their elements came together in harmony. A gentle breeze rustled the leaves of the trees, a small stream bubbled nearby, the sun shone warmly overhead, and the earth beneath their feet was solid and reassuring. They stood in a circle, holding hands, their bond stronger than ever. The journey had tested them, but it had also united them in ways they could never have imagined. They had faced darkness and despair, but with the power of hope, they had triumphed. Standing together, they knew that they could face anything the world threw at them. As they stood in the meadow, the teens looked toward the horizon, where the sky met the earth. The journey they had completed was just the beginning. They knew there were more challenges ahead, more darkness to fight, and more light to protect. But with Elara's hope guiding them, they were ready. Each of them was filled with a sense of purpose, and as they exchanged determined looks, they began to walk forward, side by side. The world was vast and full of mysteries, and they were ready to uncover them. With the power of the elements and the strength of their bond, they were unstoppable. The future was uncertain, but together they would face it head-on, knowing that as long as they had hope, they could overcome anything.